Hi there, you're watching Too Sharp with ET. I'm Nisha Poddar. Now, two picks today that you must know about. Indian markets bounce back on Trump tariff relief, and oil demand forecast sees its biggest reduction in years. Indian markets are euphoric, and we saw a strong rally in Indian stocks with Sensex and Nifty both gaining over 2% today. Nifty rose 500 points and Sensex gained 1,577 points. India's volatility index also nearly fell 20%, indicating the improved investor sentiment. So, the key drivers for this rally: first, US tariff exemptions, the inclusion of smartphones, laptops, and key electronics from the planned tariffs, and also remember the 90-day pause on the blanket tariffs provided relief to all the markets, including ours. Banking sector boost. HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank rose about 3% each, contributing nearly 640 points to the Sensex gains. HDFC Bank lowered its savings rate to 2.75%, the lowest amongst peers, potentially easing their funding costs. Auto stocks surged. Nifty Auto Index increased by 3%. The stocks like Samvardhana Motherson jumped 7%. Bharat Forge, Sona BLW, Tata Motors, they all gained 5 to 6%. Now, Trump hinted at revising the 25% tariff on foreign auto imports. This was the big cause. Fourth is weakening dollar. Well, the US dollar index slipped further, boosting the foreign investor sentiment and appetite for the Indian stocks, and metal stocks also gained as they are sensitive to the currency fluctuation. Now, the global cues all across India really mirrored the Asian markets. Japan's Nikkei rose 1%, MSCI Asia Pac index outside Japan gained and rebounded in US Treasury bonds, and a soft dollar lifted the sentiment. Sixth is crude oil prices. They drop. It is steady near $65 per barrel, and lower prices really ease inflation and the current account pressure for India. Our import bill has diminished. That's a good news. Also, let's put the spotlight on Adani Group of stocks. And these stocks rallied up to 6% after reports of reduced enforcement on white-collar crime. Now, Trump's February executive order, remember, paused prosecutions under the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, and Gautam Adani's lawyers are pushing for the US Justice Department to really drop the criminal charges in a $215 million bribery case. So the Adani Group has denied all these allegations and called them baseless. So these pockets also impacted the market. On macro data, India's trade deficit widened sharply in March. Trade deficit rose to $21.54 billion in March, up from $14.05 billion in Feb, much higher than what the street was expecting. On inflation front, there's good news of cool-off in retail inflation to 3.34% on an annual basis in March, and that is giving a lot of relief to the Indian market. Let's focus on oil then. Oil demand forecast has been cut amid global turmoil of trade. Now, this is the biggest reduction that we have seen in many years. The International Energy Agency has sharply reduced its 2025 oil demand growth forecast. Previous estimate was 1.03 million barrels per day. New estimate is only 730,000 barrels per day, a cut of nearly 30%. Reasons for this change? Well, the downgrade is driven by the weakening global economic conditions, also triggered by Donald Trump's trade war, and also sudden rise in the tariffs, which is an upset. Now, the slowdown is most visible in the US, China, and Asian trade-driven economies. Looking ahead to 2026, the IEA expects even slower growth, just 690,000 barrels per day. A day before that, also OPEC has cut its projections. It now sees demand growing by 1.3 million barrels per day in this year and 1.28 million barrels per day in 2026. While OPEC, remember, expects the demand to keep rising, the IEA believes it will peak this decade due to shift in clean energy. Russian oil revenues also fell sharply in March. Crude and product sales dropped 21% YOY to $14.3 billion. Now, the Russian oil exports are down by 600,000 barrels per day. Sanctions and increasing discounts on Russian crude are adding pressure. Well, let's take a look at the winners and losers from the falling oil prices. So, the exporters facing budget stress, oil exporting countries like Angola, Nigeria, Venezuela are under severe financial stress. Angola had to pay $200 million after a margin call tied to a bond deal. Nigeria is revisiting its 2024 budget, which relies on oil for 56% of its revenues. Even relatively stable Gulf nations like Saudi Arabia and the UAE may have to scale down their project spendings. Now, importers, though, are benefiting from lower prices. Countries like India, Turkey, Morocco stand to gain. Lower crude prices reduce the inflation and cut down our import bills. But the gains are not without risks, because the global trade war may still hurt economic growth and also dampen investor sentiment in the short term, with really tariff pause and also lower crude prices. But Indian markets are cheering at least this temporary relief. With that, it's a wrap on 2 Sharp with ET. Thanks so much for joining us, and do like, share and subscribe if you found it informative. Thanks so much.